Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Thursday, June 10th at 6:28 p.m. here in sunny California. We're taking a look at this Bitcoin chart, and everything looks to be stable and fine, although I redrew this triangle here. It looks like if we broaden this, we could actually see that we're kind of still in a triangle here. However, the RSI looks great. If we look at this kind of as an upward trend here, maybe something like this. The MACDs are bullish. And so I think there's a good opportunity for us to break bullish out of this triangle here. However, I think there's also a good opportunity for us to hit the bottom of this trend line again before we bounce out of here. And so I'm counting on that. I'm counting on a hit over here at around $32,800, depending on which day we touch this line, $32,800 to $33,000. So that might be a good place to buy Bitcoin if you're interested in buying Bitcoin at this level. But I think we are going to head up, and I think there's a good chance that we're going to see the market. Actually, I fully expect to see the market begin to pump for about another couple of months or so before things begin to slow down. So we will see. We will keep an eye on the market and see what it does in that regard. Looking at Litecoin over here, I'm seeing much the same thing. Once again, the RSI is moving upward. The MACDs have turned bullish. And there's a good chance we're going to break bullish out of this triangle here. But there's also a good chance that we touch the bottom of it again before we do break out of here. And depending on the day, if it's within the next 22 hours and 29 minutes, which is what we have left on this daily candle, it'll be somewhere around 157. Maybe we might peak down a little beneath this line. If it's tomorrow, it's looking more like 160. The next day looking like more like 163, 164. But I do think that us revisiting this line is this 145 and below. I think the odds are slimming. The odds are getting slimmer as long as the RSI stays above this line here. But if the RSI does break down below that line, then we could very easily visit some of the lower levels. We will continue to watch. Much the same thing with the Ethereum here. Looking at the Ethereum chart, we're coming to retest the bottom of this line. If we stay in this trend, we should get a bounce. The only thing that concerns me about Ethereum is that we've seen the RSI break down beneath this trend line here. And so this breakdown of the RSI could mean that we're going to break down bearish out of this trend here and go down further than we anticipated. So we're going to keep an eye on it and watch. I want to tell you about a new project that I've been looking at for some time. I told you a few weeks ago that I had a new project that I was going to let you know about and announce to you, and tonight I'm going to tell you about that project. The project is called Y-Axis. Y-Axis, it's an Ethereum-based decentralized exchange, and the token, you can get the token from Uniswap. If you get Axis here, takes you to Uniswap, and that's where you can get the token for Ethereum or DAI or any of these tokens. But going back to the Y-Axis website, right now Y-Axis is $8.75. I've been looking at it for quite some time. I charted it over here on TradingView. I was looking at it when it was up here, but I didn't tell you about it yet because I was waiting for it to come down and hit this line here. This was my bearish target for it, and it's actually broken down well beneath this bearish target. So if you're a hodler, I already let you know that I bought it a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, but I also let you know that there was a good chance it was going to break down further, which it did, and there's still a good chance it could break down further just based on the candle pattern that it's making here. So this could be an inverted cup, and if that's the case, it could drop down another, 15, 20%. But I'm also watching the RSI, and as long as the RSI remains above this line of support, we should be good. However, this chart does not chart it against the US dollar. This chart charts it against Ethereum, or wrapped Ethereum. And so basically, if Ethereum takes off, and let's say Ethereum does better than y-axis, then it's going to drop on this chart. It's going to drop, even if it rises here against the US dollar. So with that being said, if we look at where we've been, this is a 30-day chart. We're kind of double tapping this line over here, right around $8. And so I think it's a good place to jump in. But let me tell you why I'm not worried about the volatility. First of all, if you go over here to staking, just wait till this comes up. Look at this, 619% APY. Okay, 619% APY, which equals a 197.94% APR. Okay, so that's pretty ridiculous for staking this asset. So at a 619% APY, that means if I buy 100 tokens in 1 year, I will have 619 tokens. Okay? Now, at that rate, at that APY, and of course, there's no guarantees that APY remains, but at that APY, the asset would have to dump 80% in its value in order for me to break even in terms of cost. In other words, if I put in $1,000 at $8.75 and it dumped 80%, I would not have $200. In 1 year, I would still have $1,000 at 619% APY, which is absolutely crazy. But the difference is, if I put in $1,000 and the value remains the same in a year, I've got $6,119.95 in a year. If it doubles, I've got $12,380 something dollars. I mean, it's absolutely nuts. So this is what's drawing me to y-axis right now, the ability to stake it. However, also, this is what's cool. Look at the MetaVault, because a lot of people have asked me about bear market strategies when we get to the bear market. And part of my strategy is going to be going into stable coins and staking on platforms like this. I can stake my USDT here for 19.77% APY or 18.5% APR. There's no bank or not even a stock that I can guarantee that kind of return on my investment. And I get paid in y-axis tokens for staking my USDT, USDC or DAI. I don't even know what this is yet, 3CRV. I've still got to figure this out. I've got a lot to learn about this. But yeah, so I'm going to be putting some more in here. I've bought a little bit. I bought a little bit more today, and I'm going to be buying some more probably tonight before I sleep because, yeah, I think this is... Once again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm simply telling you that I am buying it. It's my new little pet project, and I've been looking at it for quite a while. And so I think this looks to me like it's the time to jump in a more substantial way. All right, folks, that's all I got. Well, actually, no, I want to say one more thing to you before I go. You know, the worst thing in crypto, the thing that people are scared of more than anything, is the idea that I bought at the top. Buying at the top. I don't want to. You got to buy at the bottom, not the top. That's kind of the way we think about crypto. You got to buy at the bottom and not at the top. The top is relative, and the bottom is relative. I mean, the bottom was like a penny. Okay, if you didn't buy at a penny, you didn't buy at the bottom. So let's get that straight. Trying to buy at the bottom and trying to sell at the top, the majority of us are not, actually 99.9% of us are not going to be able to get that right, okay? The top is relative. So I'll give you an example. My wife bought Bitcoin for the first time in January of 2018, okay? January of 2018. So it was like $17,000 at the time she bought it. That's the top, right? It's at that time, you're like, that's the worst time to buy it because by the fall of that year, it was $3,300. Well, now she's more than doubled her investment. Now it's $36,000. So if you told somebody today, I bought Bitcoin at $17,000, they'd say, you scored. You've doubled your money so far. You're doing really good. You've more than doubled your money based on what it is right now. So buying at the top, buying at the bottom, it's all relative. Really, the only question is how much patience you have. If you did buy something high, do you have the patience to wait and to let time, do its work, and if it's an asset that you believe in, then give it time. But if you don't give it time, it typically indicates that you actually don't believe in the asset. And so if you don't believe in the asset, well, don't invest in it in the first place. But if you do believe in the asset, then maybe don't freak out, even if it goes into a deeper correction. Give it time. Give it time. All right, folks, that's all I got for you tonight. Make every effort to sleep in peace, wake in joy, walk in love. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and with that being said, this is...